What is up? It is Big Char Trades back with another video, and in this video we are going to be doing a trade recap from today. It's Friday, July 18th. Happy Friday. Today we made around 4.3K across all accounts, and I added two 150Ks to the portfolio, putting me at like $1.1 million in funding, and I also am going to be requesting a payout from my funded futures today. So let me just recap the trade that I took. So going into market open, we were at all-time highs, as you can see. We were also at all-time highs on ES. And then dropping down to the 4-hour, we did have this 4-hour bullish fair value gap, giving me reason to believe that price wants to go a little bit higher. And then on the hourly, we have this hourly gap. And we have SMT all inside this gap. If we look at ES at the same fair value gap, which is right here, we never even tapped into it, not once. But on the NASDAQ, as you can see, we've been tapping into it all, yesterday and overnight, whatever. So we tapped into it yesterday, didn't tap into it on ES. That is more confluence to be bullish. And then dropping down to the 15-minute time frame, I saw this bullish fair value gap that price was really respecting. There were no, it didn't get inverse not once. And my draw was London highs. I had a really strong conviction that we were going to take London highs because of this respect of this 15-minute gap and that SMT inside the hourly gap and the fact that we're at all-time highs. I had a lot of conviction that we were going to take London highs. So with that, I saw this 15-minute gap, and on the 1-minute time frame, I looked for any sort of confluence for an entry. So we inversed this 1-minute fair value gap right here on this candle. I entered on the retracement. I got an entry literally right at the gap. And then my final TP was London highs. I ended up closing this trade out a little bit early just because I passed those alpha accounts, and I already secured the payout for my funded future. So I was like, whatever, closed it early. But I'm fine with that. Trade totaled to around 3.47 R, 11 point stop just at this low, and then final TP was 40 points. But I took profits at 304.25, so that is a 3.02 R realized. 35 points. Stop stays the same, and yeah, the biggest thing here is conviction. So the reason why I trade this discretionary model is because I can use my sort of higher time frame analysis to form a trade. So even though this was a 1-minute inverse fair value gap, a 1-minute inverse fair value gap doesn't mean much, but it was out of this 15-minute gap that was being respected, along with the fact that we're at all-time highs, along with the fact that we have that bullish SMT inside that hourly fair value gap, along with the fact that we have that 4-hour bullish gap, right? So it's all of these things combined that really form this trade. It's not just the fact that we tapped into this gap and we had this 1-minute inversion, right? If I was trading merely confluences, I probably would not have taken this trade just because, this fair value gap, this 15-minute gap has been mitigated multiple times. But the fact that we were respecting it gave me reason to believe that we wanted London highs. So as you can see, we took those London highs, and I think we have bearish SMT on ES. Yeah, so ES did not actually take those London highs. We respected this bearish gap, so I would probably be bearish for the rest of the day. But obviously, I'm not going to take any trades. This was a great week. I didn't have one losing day. I've been on a crazy winning streak, but I'm knocking on wood so that streak continues. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. 1.1 million funding now. And hopefully we can secure that 20K payout with Top Step by the end of this month. And then now I also have these alpha futures accounts that are exciting. So I had a few questions, right? Some people are wondering about this indicator, right? This indicator is called ICT, kill zones and pivots. It just tells me the highs and lows of the sessions, right? And then my chart colors, other people were asking that. The canvas is just, this gray, and then this blue at 70%, black at 70%, black at 70%, black at 70%, and then the wicks are 100% opacity, both black. So those are my chart colors. That is the indicator. And yeah, this concludes the trade recap from today. Great fucking week. Not trying to jinx anything. Great trade today. And yeah, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Friday. Hopefully you guys can enjoy the rest of your Friday as well. With that being said, peace out. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you took this trade. I read all my comments, as you guys know, and I post these daily recaps. So if you took this trade, let me know. 1 of 1 for the day. Not going to take anything else, obviously. If you don't know my rules, first trade green, I get off. If my first trade's red, I'll de-risk, and then I'll take a second trade. But yeah, with that being said, this concludes the video. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment. Follow me on my other socials if you'd like. And peace out.